Hello, I just wanted to thank you for clicking on my video, and I also wanted to let you know that not only do I create content here on Class in the Glass, but I also stream content in my Twitch channel, Mr. Revan7. I play single-player games, multiplayer games, and I also do movie reviews and cartoon reviews as well. I also want to encourage you to check out my Patreon, Class in the Glass, where I offer audio commentaries, full reactions for movies, and also the ability to submit questions for my video casts and podcasts. In the meantime, thank you for watching, and enjoy the video. We got to get into my second review of the night, my scene by scene breakdown of Batman the Animated Series, Episode 11. Two-Face Part 2. How appropriate, chat. We're opening up to Gotham City. It's a brand new day. You know, I mean, it's sunny outside. People are enjoying themselves. But all not is right, because we're seeing this automobile, chat. It's pulling up to this place. We see two ginger-haired twins. And they're saying, we pulled up to the place, sir, and who's in the back? We don't fucking know. But it looks like Harvey Dent, but is it Harvey Dent? He's like, yes, we're at the bookie, one of Rupert Thorne's bookies, chat. Apparently Harvey Dent, he's been knocking over these places for quite some time, for months. He's been Two-Face for months now. But he's like, he doesn't make the decisions. Because they're like, we gonna hit this fucking joint, boss? He's like, no, let the coin decide. He fucking flips the coin, chat. If it's heads, we leave it alone. If it's tails, fuck him. He flips that goddamn coin, chat, lands on tails. Fuck them. They go in there. They kick open that goddamn door. These two red-haired ginger twins, they just start fucking blasting everybody in there. People are fucking dying. All sorts of rat-a-tat-tat, chat. Tommy gun, gunfire going in people's tummies. Take everything out. And then big bad Harv, chat. He's not Big Bad Harv anymore. Now he's fucking Two-Face. The new criminal. A new supervillain in Gotham City. He's like, this shit belongs to me. Two-Face! And he's like, go get the cash, boys. And they go in there. They're taking over. They take thousands upon thousands of dollars of cash, chat. They see it, and they're like, boss, we got some silver coins here. And Two-Face goes, I love fucking silver coins. Take that shit. And they're like, okay. But then one of the ginger-haired twins, he's like, ooh, that guy's a big old hawking ruby ring. I'm going to take that shit. Two-Face is like, No. The plan. We weren't gonna take Julie. Julie was not part of the plan. He was having a fucking panic attack in the middle of the heist. And I'm like, boss, what the fuck's wrong with you? He's like, we gotta let the coin decide. You let the coin. And he's like, shut. Let the coin. And he fucking flips the coin, chat, lands on heads. You don't take the Julie, but boss. And he walks, like he fucking does like a Tom Cruise walk up the power walk, chat. Two-Face power walk. He goes, bah! He backhands him. You do what I fucking tell you to do. Let's get out of here. They grab all the silver coins, silver dollars, chat. They take the cash and they fucking run out. And they high-speed it down the goddamn street of Gotham City. Meanwhile, cut to Rupert Thorne. He's like, fuck! That is like the 10th place that's been knocked over. Or no, like it's the 2nd place this month. And I've had over a dozen of my outlets taken over by this Two-Face guy, by Big Bad Harv. What am I gonna do? What have I done? And like his assistant, chat, is Sexy Femme Fatale. Is like, well, I mean, we did create him. I mean, we got all this evidence on him. He fucking flipped out, had half his face burned. I mean, we're the crazy of all problem. Rupert Thorne's like, shut up! Hey, if I want your opinion, I'll ask for it. And she goes, listen, boss, listen. We can fix this problem, okay? Let me handle this, because he still has his fiancée out there, and we can manipulate her. We can manipulate her, and we can get to Big Bad Harv. Rupert Thorne's like, okay, I'm gonna calm down. Okay, you get to her, and we'll get Big Bad Harv, and we'll kill him. Meanwhile, chat, we cut back to the Batcave. Bruce Wayne, Batman, he is not doing well, chat. He's having a nightmare right now. He's imagining Harvey Dent. He's running in this melting painting of Gotham City. And he's running away from Bruce. And Bruce, as Batman, he's just calling out to him, Harvey, let me help you. Harvey's like, you can't help me. You couldn't save me. You turned me into this. And he looks like Two-Face, chat. He's like, no, Harvey, let me help you. But Harvey, he falls away. He falls into the fucking ring of fire, chat, into hell. And Batman can't do anything about him. And he fucking wakes up. He's like, oh! And we just see, chat. He's been at this for months. We realize how long Harvey Dent has been Two-Face, for 6 months. And so as Bruce has been on this case the entire time, imagine fighting other villains at the same time. Like, I wonder what the chronology of this episode is, kind of where it falls in the chronology of what the animated series is. It's just cool. He's been around for a while. And he's opened books on psychology. He's studying personality disorders. Like, he's looking into all this. He's trying to track down Harvey, but he's too sneaky. And Alfred comes in, he's like, Bruce, you gotta fucking let this go, okay? I mean, Harvey's been doing this for 6 months. I know he was your friend, but he might not be your friend anymore. He's like, Alfred, I need to save him. I need to save him. Because, chat, really kind of fucked up, too, is that Batman is using his trauma from losing his parents as the reason why he's looking for Harvey. He's like, I can't lose anybody else, because he's thinking of his parents the same way he thinks of Harvey. He's like, I gotta get him. And I also think it's funny. You have fucking Batman. Like, he has the mask on, but he's wearing a bathrobe. I just find it really funny that he's wearing his Batman mask while also wearing the bathrobe. I'm always Batman. It's such a weird thing. And I think they even parodied that in the most recent episode of Harley Quinn. I thought that was funny. And so it's like, I gotta look for him, chat. Meanwhile, we cut to Two-Face, and he's just divvying up the cash. I had to make sure it's equal, divide right. And he got the two ginger twins like, I'm gonna get my cash. Harvey's just like, no, it has to be even. You two are always fucking greedy, like when I prosecuted you. So he clearly found these guys, because when he was DH, he put them away, but he recruited them for his criminal enterprises. But eventually, like Harvey, he's putting some cash into his wallet, but he opens it up, and he sees a picture of Grace. Grace, chat. He's like, I remember Grace. She loved me until I became this. And the guys, his two goons, they're like, well, they're actually very nice to him, Chad. They're kind of trying to help him. They're like, well, why don't you just fucking call her, man? Just reach out to her. He's like, I can't do it. It's like, why not? Hey, you let true love bloom, Harvey. Two-Face. He's like, I'll let the coin. He sounds like fucking Tom Hardy from Capone. Oh, jeez. And like, I'll let the coin decide. He flips the coin, chat, lands on tails. He's like, fuck her. I'm gonna kick her to the curb. I don't need her. And we're like, okay, if you say so, boss. But Two-Face doesn't believe in that, chat. He's still sad. He still feels something. Eventually, we cut to Grace, chat, and she's just crying in her apartment. She's crying over a picture of Harvey in 6 months. She was supposed to get married to him like a couple of weeks before he went crazy, and now it's over. And she's just there. But then she just hears a little tippity tap, a little knock on the door, chat. She opens the door, and she sees, it's a detective and police officer of the GCPD, but it's not, chat. It's the femme fatale owned by Rupert Thorne and one of his Goomba goons. And she's like, I'm from the GCPD. We're just here to talk to you about Harvey Dent. We're trying to again. We have a lead in our investigation. She's like, please come in. Please come in. And she reveals, like, listen, we believe that Rupert Thorne is trying to get Harvey. Okay, and for his own safety, we are wondering if you manage to contact him, if you can tell us where he is, and we can pick him up. We want to think of his mental health and his own safety, but also the safety of Gotham City. Can you help us? She goes, I mean, I do. Will you promise not to hurt him? Of course. We won't touch a single hair on his double face. Okay, you don't have to worry on either face. And she goes, well, thank God. And she goes, here, just take this little remote control device. You just bop the booper. And when that booper's bop, we're going to come right over and we're going to get Harvey back. We're going to get him the help he needs. And she goes, well, that's good, but I don't know how to contact him. She says, oh, don't worry. I'm sure he'll come. Because she knows, chat. She's a femme fatale. And she looks at Grace. She's, Harvey's going to absolutely going to come back for this. No question. And meanwhile, chat, Harvey, he's feeling very melancholy, chat. He feels very sad. He's like, fuck it, why not? He's like, forget the coin. He fucking picks up the phone and he calls Grace. He says, Grace, he's not using his Two-Face voice, chat. He's Harvey right now. He's not Big Bad Harv. He's Harv. He's calling her. He's like, she's like, oh, Harvey, it's been so long. What's wrong? Why won't you come home? He's like, I can't. But I want to see you again, okay? If you look outside, there's a car down there. I got some my jabronis. They're out there. If you can go in the car, they'll bring you to me. And she's like, I'll do that, Harvey. And she goes with the redhead guys, chat. She goes in the car. They're very nice to her, very respectful. These guys are like, they're kind of like gentlemen gangsters, chat. They kind of like this. So they pile her, Chad, welcome to stream. In the middle of my review for Two-Face Part 2. So they take her in their chat. And they drive down. Meanwhile, fucking Bruce, he's been doing like all this shit. So while this is all going on, Bruce is doing his investigation. He realizes that, because fucking Two-Face, he's got a fucking theme. And that theme is 2. Because Batman looks down all the places he's robbed, like Gemini retailers, like the Double Deuces, the 2 bar, like everything that he's been robbing has started with 2. As a reference to 2. Batman's like, this is fucking easy. And Alfred's like, shit, you're right. Well, I guess you know where he's going to be next. And he's like, not only that, Alfred, but all these places are also owned by Rupert Thorne. They're fronts for Rupert Thorne. And so Harvey's is clearly going to go to the next front that Rupert Thorne owns, or he's currently occupied a former establishment of Rupert Thorne for himself. And so I'm just going to head over there myself right now. But Bruce, you've been fucking doing this for 6 months. You haven't slept in so long. He's like, forget Alfred, I'm fine. And Bruce is sore as shit, chat. It looks like we're looking at old man Bruce from Batman Beyond. Because he's like, whoa, he's not looking too good, Chad. But he gets on this little bat bike, not the Batmobile. It's the first showcase of the bat bike, Chad. He rides it out in the Gotham City. Meanwhile, we cut to Grace. She's getting out of the car, and she goes to Harvey, and Harvey presents himself, Chad, but half of his face is covered by, like, a hood. Very weird choice. A hood. And he's like, Harvey, why are you covering your face? He's like, it's my whole thing. It's my gimmick. Half of me is fucked up, and so is half of my hideout. Because you see, chat, like, half of his hideout is very opulent and beautiful, and the second half looks like shit. It's, like, falling apart. There's rotten wood. There's rats everywhere. How do the rats know to see over there and shit on that side of the room? It's not explained, chat. It's not explained whatsoever. But anyway. Rachel! It very much is Rachel. Harvey got class. He does. Double toasted. See, he would definitely attack us, chat. He would take us over, too. Double toasted. He'd love that. And she's like, Harvey, no, it's like, you have to, no, I love you, Harvey, and I don't care what you look like. She takes off the mask, she goes, ooh, I still love you. But he takes his off, he's like, oh. Also, I like it too, chat, like, his face is so fucked up that he can't, I think the eyelid is gone around his eye. Very much like Aaron Eckhart. Because it's, like, all large. It's, like, super... Like, I don't think you can see from that eye. I think it's just, like, been engorged with fluid. And it's just yellow. It's kind of fucked up when you think about it. And his skin's all, like, blue. It's kind of really cool design. Hair is white as well. And she goes, you're beautiful. He's like, am I really beautiful? Of course. And they are just about to smooch. Well, by the way, she presses the booper. She bops the booper. And so the police are right on their way. And right when she's about to fucking kiss, the smooch, that wonderful face of Harvey, who walks in? Big Dick Rupert Thorne. He's swinging around. He's walking in there. He's like, oh, hello, Harvey. He's like, what are you doing here? And we know because the femme fatale, she speaks up well with your fucking girlfriend. She bobbed the booper. And she takes out her purse, but it's like, don't worry. She thought we were the police. She thought that, she wanted to help you. We just manipulated the fuck out of her. And she's like, Harvey, I didn't know. He's like, get away from me. Don't touch me. And Rupert Thorne, because that's the thing too, like Harvey, he also stole some files from Rupert Thorne that would prove that he did all these illicit crimes, like everything he's ever done is like on these documents. Why would you keep those documents in a single folder in a single location? Doesn't make any sense. And so he's like, give me the folder, Harvey. And Harvey's like, shit. I'm not going to give you shit, Thorne. And he's like, I'll fucking kill your girlfriend. He's like, no, don't do it. And he gives him the folder. And he's like, yes, this is good. Kill them both. But Harvey's like, but you said. And he's like, I said nothing. Take care of them. And Harvey just freaks the fuck out. And he starts fighting Chad. And then who shows up right in the last second? Batman. Batman's here, but he's super sore. But he's him and fucking Two-Face, Chad. They're teaming up, and they're bopping and booping, biff, bam, zap, and all that. They take down these guys. Rupert Thorne has a chandelier come upon him, Chad. All the glass embeds in his thick, blubbery body. He's like, it's fucked up, Chad. Like, like, it hits him so fast that it embeds in him. Embeds, like, right here in his, and, like, not in his neck, so he's not bleeding, but it's all in his fat, and his boobs, and his moobs, too. It's not looking good for Rupert Thorne. So he can't move. He's kind of stuck. And then Harvey, like, they defeated all. Oh, by the way, fucking Rupert Thorne kills the ginger-haired guys, too. They both get, like, it's obvious they got shot. Because they're just standing there all of a sudden, chat, like, just staring, and they fall over. So they die. They got murdered. By Rupert Thorne and his thugs and the femme fatale. And so Rupert Thorne, he's stuck in the chandelier. He's impaled by the chandelier. And Harvey's like, all right, I'm going to fucking kill you. And he gets the Tommy gun out. And Batman's like, Harvey, don't do it, please. We were here to help you. And Grace, she said, please, Harvey, listen to Batman. He's here to help you. He's like, I don't care. He's ruined my life. I'm going to ruin his. I'm going to end his. With a coin will decide. That's what it is. Arbitrary. This is all the thing that guides me. And he fucking flips the coin in the air. Chad's like, heads he lives, tails he dies. And he fucking flips it. Batman goes, there's a whole bunch of fucking silver dollars here. How convenient. Fucking just, he eats it. He eats it over the Harvey chap, hits by the fucking box, and all the coins get mixed up. He goes, no, my coin. He just fucking starts flying on the floor. It's like, where is it? Oh, God. Ah! He just starts screaming, chat. Screaming, wailing, crying. I mean, he fucking messes himself and everything. Batman's just like, my God, he needs help. And then, like, when Grace goes over to him and says, it's okay, Harvey, she just fucking cuddles him like he's a baby. He's goes into a fetal position, chap, because he lost his coin. That's what decides his sense of morality. And the fucking GCPD comes in there. They take Rupert Thorne and his guys away, the femme fatale and everything. I think they load up the two goons, the ginger-haired goons, into they're like dead. They're going to the morgue, I guess. They get yeeted. And they take Harvey to Arkham Asylum, and fucking Jim Gordon, he's like, fuck, man. Poor Harvey. You think there's any help for him? He's like, Batman's like, well, there is true love in the world. There will soon be hope for Harvey. By the way, fucking Grace never comes back in the series. She says, fuck this. I am not dealing with this anymore. She does not come back, chat. And Two-Face keeps being Two-Face. I think that, funny enough though, chat, it's great. I love this too. I love the Two-Face arc. I love the character. I love taking the character. It's cool. It's very tragic. But I think that they show that Two-Face is recovering from his multiple personality disorder in a recent Justice League movie. I think it was called Justice League versus the Fatal Five or something. Do you know what I'm talking about? It was a movie that came out like a year or two ago, and it's done in the Bruce Timm animation, and it follows the Justice League, and there's a whole subplot where one of the characters, Starman, I think he gets placed into Arkham Asylum because everyone thinks he's crazy. Because he's like, I'm from the future. I'm here to help you. But they're like, you're fucking nuts. Go to Arkham. And he becomes friends with Two-Face. And Two-Face is kind of like, I'm not going to be a criminal anymore. I actually need help. And he's kind of helping Starman. And they're helping each other. And there's even a point when like Harvey gets like mad. And he's like, I'm sorry. I'm working on this. I'm trying to wait. It's interesting. You know what I'm talking about? It sounds kind of like, I kind of like it. I think that's interesting that you have a villain who realizes I've been this way for so long. I've ruined my life. I've ruined other people's lives. Now I'm seeking psychological help. I think that's kind of cool. Yeah, I came out a few years ago, but I don't know. I really like that because I haven't seen Two-Face animated show since the original Batman when they did the 4th season, like the late 90s. He wasn't in an episode. Well, he did make a cameo in Batman Beyond that she was as a mannequin, as a robot. But yeah, it was kind of cool. They brought him back for that. I just thought it was interesting. I was like, oh, it's kind of, it almost feels like, hey, you know what? Let's go back to this whole arc of Harvey and saving Harvey. And it looks like we were in the middle of like him realizing, like, I need help. I thought that was kind of cool. I don't know. Does Arkham really help people? Well, I think this is by the point in the animated series when they had moved to the new Arkham. Because remember, Chad, Batman Return of the Joker, when they go to the old Arkham, I think Barbara Gordon mentions they built a whole new facility. And the old Arkham was left there to rot. So we're in the new Arkham Asylum, which is like actually helps people. And I think that's why Harvey's being helped. I kind of liked it. Anyway. But yeah, Chad, that is Batman Animated Series episode 11, Two-Face Part 2. It's a good arc. I like this take on Two-Face, cool character. He appears in a number of other episodes. I think the next time he appears in is Almost Got Him, which is a beloved episode of the animated series, where the various villains kind of get together to play cards, and they talk about how they almost killed Batman. So, think about getting that. Arc was a waste of tax money. Should have been death row area. I mean, you're not wrong. Could have saved Gotham and Batman a lot of trouble. Jim, I might watch episode. Yeah, I think it's a movie. It's not part of the animated series, but it's a movie. Like Justice League versus the Fatal Five. Let me look it up, Chad. Then we'll get into Gears of War. And we gotta do a couple more polls too. Justice League Fatal 5? Is that what it's called? Justice League Fatal 5. Justice League vs. Fatal came out last year, 2019. Yeah. A character of Starman gets apprehended in Arkham. And, who is this? Yeah, and funny enough, Bruce Timm voices Two-Face in it. I think the original actor might have passed away. But yeah, Bruce Timm voices Two-Face. It's kind of cool.